Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of News in 2 Minutes, bringing you the news that you need to know every day. Let's begin. Western news agencies have started trying to influence the population's awareness of chemical weapon stockpiles within Syria, ahead of a media campaign led by President Barack Obama to convince the American people of the need to launch an attack on the Middle Eastern country. During a trip to Kazakhstan, the Chinese president concreted the Asian country's global status and announced a total of 22 agreements, including a deal that will give China, one of the world's largest consumers of oil, a sizable stake in the Kashagan oil project, while countries around the world continue to embrace a war on energy. Over 10,000 Tunisians are marching through the streets this weekend calling for the immediate resignation of the Islamist-led government in one of the largest opposition protests that the country has seen this year. The protesters are blaming the Islamist-led party for not cracking down on radical Muslim groups that are believed to be behind a number of recent political assassinations, and have announced that they will begin a hunger strike until their demands are met and the leaders either resign or are pulled from their seats. In related news, protesters in Brazil disrupted the country's Independence Day celebrations after hundreds of protesters clashed with police in the city of Rio de Janeiro, where demonstrators are calling for an improvement in public services and an end to corruption throughout the government. Armed militants in Pakistan are training for what they expect to be an ethnic and religious-based civil war in the neighboring country of Afghanistan, after foreign military forces withdraw from a multi-year conflict that has seen a rise in a number of violent groups and has done little to adjust power in the quoted war on terror. The Egyptian military is continuing what could be the largest military operation against militants in recent history, as over 2,500 troops as well as dozens of tanks, missile launchers, and helicopters flooded into North Sinai near the border with Israel on Saturday. And to wrap things up, officials in Afghanistan are claiming that a NATO-led airstrike has killed 15 people, including civilians. The wildfire in Yosemite National Park entered into its fourth week of burning. Over 40,000 residents have been exposed to E. coli in Sweden's drinking water, and a 5.5 in Indonesia as well as a 5.0 in Greece, Chile, and Tonga complete today's Quake Watch. And that's it for this episode of News in 2 Minutes. Check back tomorrow for more news that the aware need the most. This week's News in 2 Minutes is brought to you by GoBerkey.com. Remove fluoride, lead, giardia, and other viruses with a high-quality Berkey filter today. And SQMetals.com for all your precious metal needs.